Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Libby Star and my channel name is Libby Star for the Missing. I've started out by covering the disappearance of beautiful 5-year-old Summer Wells, and as many of you know who's been following her disappearance, her mother Candus has shied away from doing any in-person on-camera interviews so far. However, this evening, this interview has been put out on the web from, as you can see, WJHL, channel 11, it looks like. And she's finally speaking out. So let's hear what she has to say. And my condolences go to everyone who knows Summer, her family. We don't know what's happened, guys. We have a lot of sketchy information, a lot of hearsay, really no concrete, much of anything to go by. I think we're all just wanting for this dear baby girl to be safe and to be found. So anyway, let's get into this video of Candus here.
Me and my mother and her were planting flowers. And we went in after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay. And I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back. And within 2 minutes, I came back. And I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight.
En Metro by T-Mobile valoramos el trabajo duro y tú sabes cómo compartirlo. Ahora obtén un iPhone SE por menos de $50 al cambiarte. Metro, dándote el poder para conquistar tu día.
Well, where'd the rest of the video go?
Me and my mother and her were planting flowers. And we went in after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay. And I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back. And within 2 minutes, I came back. And I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight.
All right. Let's see if this is the second one or if this is the same.
I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself or off this yard. I feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her, has lured her away from here. She was a tomboy. I shaved my head. She wanted to have her head shaved like me and the boys did.
She tried to shave her head.
She tried
in
to
the
shave her head
back and make it. I think you can see it in some of the pictures, and it was getting out of control. So we decided to shave her head off and let it grow back long, and she shaved her head to so she wouldn't feel bad, and but it didn't bother her at this point.
All right. So interesting. What are your thoughts on that interview? Right off the bat, I mean, I have to be honest, and I'm sorry if this seems like I'm nitpicking, but it did just stand out to me immediately that, Candus said that Summer wanted her head shaved like her, but then Don, the father, said the complete opposite, that Summer, or no, that Summer had done it first, and then Candus did it so that she wouldn't feel bad. So that those are two different stories, and maybe that's, like I said, maybe that's being petty. Maybe there's no significance to that, but it's just an inconsistency that I noticed right away in those interviews. I don't know, guys. I don't want to be judgmental of the family, but when you look at everything, all of the, I guess I don't even want to say circumstantial, but just the type of music that Candus listens to, and the whole, inappropriate, potentially relationship with the 15-year-old young boy. And I'm not, when I say inappropriate, I'm not saying that I know anything more than anyone else does. I'm not reading into it. They may not have had any type of sexual relationship, but in my opinion, from what I've seen, it wasn't an appropriate relationship because of the fact that he's a 15-year-old kid, and a 15-year-old kid should not be drinking with a grown woman. And that was verified by the young man's father. So I do believe that to be true. In addition, I've seen this video of the young man, and I'm not going to share it on here because he's got no shirt on, and I just don't feel right about sharing that, even though it's a boy. Anyway, it just was a little vulgar for me, but they're both on a bed, it looks like, and he's reciting some kind of like raunchy rhyme / rap about a flat booty girl or something. And Candus is just kind of sitting there rocking along. But they're like I said, they're both laying on this bed together. And it really looks like two teenagers, but she's not a teenager. Does that mean that she's done something foul or criminal? No. But it is cause for pause to think, what is going on here? When you look at that and all of the other circumstances, the condition of their home, and just the way that they carry on. Where can you find that? What is the name? It's shared on another person's channel. Heather, let me do some digging, and I'll come back and I'll put it in a comment, and I'll pin the comment because I can't remember right now whose channel it's on. And she just posted it today too. oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, but because I follow a few people that are following the Summer Wells disappearance, and she had posted it, and she was like, I don't see the big, okay, what? Like, what's the big deal? And I get what she's saying, because it's like, that's not a 1+1 = 2 type of equation. Like, oh, you made this inappropriate TikTok or whatever type of video with this teenager. That must mean that, you have something to do with your daughter's disappearance. No, it doesn't. But it does show, like I said, something about her character that is a little suspect, we'll say, right? When you look at it in light of the other things that we know about him being with her at the lake, drinking, and then some text messages between the two have been released. So it's just, yeah, it's been so much going on. Our minds are wondering. Yes, for sure, Heather. And I mean, I just come back to thinking about that little girl, just thinking about Summer, and I hope and pray that she is alive and well and will be found. But I don't know. It's not looking optimistic, and it's really, really sad. So anyway, I will be on the lookout for that. And like I said, I'll pin it in these comments because I don't want to share it on my channel, but I think that it would be of interest to people. So I will do that, and be looking for more updates for finding Summer, the beautiful summer moon. Have a good night, guys. Hold your children tight.